So tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Jim Agnor. I am portraying the role of Raymond in this wonderful production.
Okay. So what brings you to this production?
Craigslist, actually, just like everyone else probably.
Right.
Basically, every year and a half, every 2 years or so, I get the acting bug, get the urge, I look on Craigslist, and I find something that sounds interesting. I noted that your particular group was looking for this character for this particular production. It sounded great, and here I am.
So tell us a little bit about your character, Raymond.
Well, Raymond is a very, very complicated sort of creature. I think he is, it sounds like he's pretty much afraid of his own shadow, but I think he's more of a product of his own development in terms of his beliefs in not only himself, but a relationship between men and women, and more importantly, how that interplays with his relationship with God.
Right. Now, did you find the part challenging, or was it fairly easy for you to really get into the part, the character?
Actually, it was actually fairly easy and challenging at the same time. Challenging to the extent that I'm not Christian. I do have a religious side, but I did enjoy the getting inward in terms of how it would feel to actually be someone who is being victimized and being abused in a different sort of situation than we are accustomed to in society.
Okay. Compared to the other cast members, you seem, well, you are probably one of the more experienced actors. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. Yeah, boy, that started like many years ago. I saw Patrick Stewart in A Tempest up at Broadway, and that was like 20 years ago. And I was in the audience in a matinee, and I thought, yeah, I can do this. Not really at that level, but I thought about going and acting, and I hooked up with some people who did some local Shakespeare down in Delaware. It was in 2 productions. Went from there pretty much in terms of getting some acting courses or acting classes here at the Walnut Street Theater. And then from there, I got the confidence to think like, well, you know, maybe I can do this just for fun and just dabble in it. And I then learned through Craigslist and other help is getting commercial work into some independent films, other plays, blah, blah, blah. And
Okay.
that's why I came here.
So how do you think your first night went?
Very good. It went very, very well. I mean, I don't know who's actually seeing this particular clip here, but the reality is, it's like we didn't really follow the play very well. But we actually, the wonderful part about the group I'm working with is we work really well as a team. And I did notice that there was a flow there, that even there was some areas that was really, that were missed and pretty much ignored or forgotten. There was nonetheless still a flow that we actually were part of the whole process and as a team effect. And we did great.
Okay.
I loved it.
Good. Good luck for tonight.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye.